Martha smiled proudly as she looked her niece and great-nephew up and down. Mother and son, just as they should be, she said, before asking Valerie to sit. Why don't you show Mummy your embroidery, David? Martha asked of the boy. Okay, Auntie, the boy meekly replied, before turning toward the door. Not the embroidery you're working on, the embroidery you've done, Martha said. The embroidery you're wearing, she added. The boy's face dropped. His great-aunt raised an eyebrow. Go on, show Mummy. The boy began to blush as his trembling hands took hold of his skirt. He began to lift it and his rosy cheeks got redder and redder. Oh my, they're delightful. Valerie gushed as he raised his dress high enough to reveal his knickers, green to match his dress, trimmed with frilly lace and embroidered just above the left leg is his name, David. Did you do that yourself? Valerie knowingly asked. The blushing boy nodded. Answer properly, David. His aunt instructed. David gulped. Yes, Mummy. Why don't you show Mummy your room? Martha said. Then we'll have afternoon tea. Yes, Auntie. Valerie followed the boy up the stairs and along the landing, right to the end. He stops and looks up at his mother solemnly. This is my room, he timidly told her. I can see, she replied, smiling at the name plaque hanging from a nail on the door. He opens the door to reveal exactly what his mother expected, an overtly girly bedroom with floral wallpaper, pink curtains, a pink wrought iron daybed, ornate furniture including a beautiful dressing table and a large bookshelf which is home to 15 or 20 large toy dolls. The floor is polished oak with a big pink rug in the center. David's shoes clack loudly on the wooden floor until he steps on the rug which silences his feet. This is very nice, his mother says, knowing that her son is probably thinking the exact opposite. It's a girl's room. David mournfully replied as his mother removed one of the dolls from the shelf and admired it. Auntie makes me play with those, he grumbled. Playing nicely with dolls is better for you than playing with tanks and guns. All that teaches you is how to be angry and aggressive, whereas playing with dolls helps you learn to be kind and considerate. I am kind and considerate, and I much preferred my train set to tanks and guns. I know you did, David, but this is how we do things now you're a petticoated boy, to make sure you continue to be the sweet kind boy that you are, she said, gently stroking his cheek. Lots of boys start to go off the rails when they're your age, she said, naming a small handful of neighborhood boys who keep getting into big trouble at school and sometimes with the police too. If they were more like you, they'd have carried on being good, she smiled. I could carry on being good. I don't have to be a girl. You're not a girl, David, but you know why girls are better behaved than boys, she asked. David skewed his chin and considered the question. Because girls play nice games and wear nice clothes, just like you do now. You've been petticoated, she told him. You may not understand at such a young age, but this really is for the best. It doesn't feel like it, and girls my age don't have to wear nappies for bed, he said, sticking out his bottom lip as if to demonstrate his disapproval. They're to make sure you get a good night's sleep every night, his mother told him. You'll soon get used to them, she claimed. I won't, he replied. Cousin Michael wears nappies too. He's used to them and he's almost 16, she informed him. It's just going to take a little time. That's all, she smiled. It's not fair. Only babies wear nappies. You only wear them at bedtime, his mother said. When you're fast asleep. If I'm naughty, Nanny makes me wear them in the daytime too. Well, that's a good reason for you not to be naughty, she replied. It's not fair that I have to call you Mummy again as well. David grumbled.